All right, here we go. We're ready for another episode of
Welcome to Place Your Bet.
Place
Tommy T.
Your Bet with that guy and Statmaster Steve. We got Elvis going on in the background. That's why he's doing that little boogie. All right, here we go. I put the headphones on. All right, now you guys can't hear, but here we go.
Welcome to Place Your Bet. I'm Tommy T. Here with my buddy Sal the Bookmaker and Stevie Slapshot. Today's show is brought to you by Legal Shield, providing legal protection and peace of mind for less than $1 a day. Legal Shield can help with traffic tickets, texting and driving, DUIs, court appearances, estate planning, and even contracts given to you that you just don't understand. Plus a whole lot more. Call Legal Shield right now at 213-245-1305. That's 213-245-1305. Again, 213-245-1305. Or visit them online at nocourt.us.
What are you doing over there? There's Statmaster Steve doing the Statmaster Boogie.
Yeah. Steve is having a good time on Place Your Bet. He's enjoying himself, right, Steve?
It's a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Yes.
Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody who's driving home from their dinners right now, and or maybe going between houses, going to see another part of the family.
Or,
right?
or somebody else. Right? You never know. It's Vegas. You never know, right?
Could be just knocking on neighbors' doors looking for leftovers.
I know, exactly.
Or
Hey, lift their shirt up. Hey, you got any sandwiches in there?
or they're doing a Halloween / Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
Trick or feast.
Yeah.
Right?
Everybody makes too much on Thanksgiving, right, Tommy T? So go to the neighbors, see if they got something left over.
You mean makes too much food? Everyone eats too much.
No, you
also,
walk in there
right?
and give me that turkey leg. All right, I'm Sal the Bookmaker here at Place Your Bet. Guess what, folks? We got yet another couple of winners in. Completely unbelievable. I don't even know what to say. Tommy, you know what to say?
I do know what to say. I'm not surprised. Now I'm starting to expect it. There was a couple tough games today, and you pulled them both out, the early games. You're all over the New Orleans game, but the Chicago game and the Cowboy game, you're all over. So you're going to get the first gong of approval.
Wait, they can't hear that at home. Everybody listening in live on Facebook, get to hear it again. Turn it up again. Do it again.
Sal gets the first gong of approval.
That's the
Another-
long gong of approval.
Another
Perfect.
amazing day.
Perfect.
An amazing day on Place Your Bet. The last couple of days we've been talking about these games, and the interesting thing is there's backup quarterbacks in these games.
Right.
Now you called it right on the nose with Chase Daniel. You even said, I think he's better than Trubisky at this point.
Well, he certainly is.
And it's funny. So I started researching because I know Chase Daniel. We both know Chase Daniel. I'm sure you know him also, Steve.
Yeah.
Have you gone bowling with him?
No, not that well, but I know that he played. I know that he played for a few years at New Orleans. I know that he's been with Matt Nagy at Kansas City for a few years, so he's been in these systems. But the Bears signed him to a 2-year, $7 million contract.
Well, you know why?
That's guaranteed.
I'll tell you why they did it. They did it because they got rid of what's his name, the broken Coke machine they had last year. Ends in an ing. I can't remember his
Kid
name.
from North Carolina State.
He was awful. He was.
Yes,
They gave him
Glennon.
That's what it was. Glennon. Anyway, so yeah, Glennon. They give Glennon $16 million to do what? To throw a few interceptions and basically ride the bench.
He was bad.
It's completely
Yes, he
worthless.
was bad.
So for less than half the price, you give a guy like Daniel that actually has some real good, strong backup experience with good systems and good organizations. And so you got to give a guy like that a chance. And that's the reason they made the deal.
Well, that's why I keep talking about Sean Payton in New Orleans and Matt Nagy and Andy Reid in Kansas City.
Right.
And listen, the Bears have invested a lot in the quarterback position because they traded 2 draft picks to move up 1 spot to draft Mitch Trubisky.
Right.
And then they bring in Chase Daniel. Not a lot of fanfare. I mean, we don't really know he's there until all of a sudden they need him. And then you start remembering, oh, yeah, he's been around for 10 years.
Right. Remember the gunslinger from Mizzou.
Yeah, from Missouri, yeah.
Right.
So they've invested a lot in the quarterback position. Chase Daniel is a pure insurance policy that they cashed in the premium right now.
I shaved today.
Because he had him in Kansas City, and he also knows that he's a guy that won't turn the ball over. And that's what you want from your backup quarterback, a guy who will go in there and not make mistakes.
Yes, and knows the system, so he doesn't have to pare down the playbook.
Right.
He doesn't have to give you an abbreviated playbook
Exactly.
to go out there. Right?
Exactly.
So,
yeah, you don't want a guy that's going to know 10 plays and that's
Yes,
it.
yes.
No, this guy knows the better part of the playbook because he's been around it for years now.
Now, in the second game, you had another call on Colt McCoy. I liked Colt McCoy for the same reason. that he's been in Jay Gruden's system for years. The last time he played in 2014, he played very well, but it's a little different. First of all, this Cowboys defense is better than that defense in 2014, and Colts struggled, and you called that also, Sal. So it's getting a little eerie around here. I mean, it's a little weird. The guy. I mean, he sell the bookmaker 82% winning percentage.
And going up
to 83.3.
It's getting
It's
ridiculous.
getting a little eerie because I liked Washington with that 7 points, and they actually made it close. They lost by 8.
You know what it is? It's that hook.
Yes.
It's the hook, and you end up losing by, and guess what? Dallas ends up on the winning end of it. And there it is.
Yes.
I mean, look, it's every time you see a hook, what happens? Whenever you see a hook on the line, we know someone's going to lose. But what does Vegas want? What do the bookmakers want? Everybody wants to do what? They want to pick their side because a push is a push. Nobody really wins. There's no excitement, but we know there's a winner and a loser whenever you see a hook. And that's why I like to see those. Exactly. So for everybody at home that's listening on Facebook Live or around the world, he just put, that's the fact, Jack.
From Bill Murray with Stripes. Another one of our favorites, right?
That's the one.
You got an excellent playlist here of sound effects.
Damn right I do.
I'm loving the sound effects, and I'm starting to take advantage of it. I stumbled along the gong. I'm not surprised if I come in here next week and the gong's deleted.
But you know what? See, you always call it the gong of approval, and then you play "Say Hello to My Little Friend." So maybe it's the little gong of approval.
Well, your mind is in a certain area where I don't
That's
even
not
want
about
to
that.
go
I mean,
there.
you're the one that
Like,
when you start talking about the Mindy's bottom and this one and that from your exercise classes, I don't know, man. No, I know. It's just a big joke. I'm giving you crap because I can. I know.
You're doing a good job of it.
Why don't you turn it beet red? Hold on. Let's
So,
zoom
no,
in on
I'm
here.
not. I just was in the tanning booth today.
He's in the tanning booth. This is New York. This guy from New York is in the tanning booth. He's in the tanning booth. He goes to the Pilates classes. He wears a parka coming in when it's 58 degrees, like it's like it's frigid or something. Look at this guy. Look, we're in the studio. What's he got? He's got a ski hat on.
We got like a refrigerator.
He's got a ski hat on, like he's gonna knock the liquor store over down the street.
Rocky Balboa would be comfortable in this room right now, punching sides of beef. It's nice and chilly in here.
I like it like that.
I like it too. Okay, listen. Staying on the Bears right now. The Bears are 8-3.
Bears.
I mean, I don't know when's the last time the Bears have been 8-3, but the Bears are 8-3, and they're taking control of this division.
The Bears' defense is 8-3.
That's where I'm headed. The Bears have an amazing defense right now.
Yeah.
This guy Eddie Jackson, second-year safety out of Alabama, got 2 pick sixes within 4 days.
Right.
Is that some kind of record?
Right.
It's got to be.
I mean, it's got to be some kind of record, right? The Thursday and Sunday, 2 pick sixes. The Bears are looking a little bit like the 2006 defense and the 85 defense. Not as dominant as the 85 defense.
Not as hard hitting as the 85 defense, with the exception of Mack and Hicks.
Yeah, I mean, they won't let you hit either. I mean,
I know. Now it's the complete pussification of the game. That's why.
100% agree. But the Khalil Mack has turned that defense into an opportunistic turnover defense, and they're generating points. The Bears are looking very solid right now.
I like how Mack just uses 2 fingers to throw somebody down to the turf.
I saw that. Not just somebody, a 325-pound offensive tackle.
It doesn't matter who it is. I mean, the guy could throw a tank.
I've said it a couple times on this show. He's the closest thing that I've seen to Lawrence Taylor.
Do you guys think that the Bears' defense would be as good as it is without Mack? Does Mack make that big of a difference?
Well, look, hold on now. Okay, so the Bears' defense was really good last year as well. You may remember, you may not. All right, but they also had a couple of guys on the shelf. Now those guys come off the shelf and they're already healthy. So you take a really good Bears defense and you throw in Khalil Mack. How's that for a little extra icing on the cake? Now those guys are very scary because you got one guy in there that will dominate at least 2 defensive or offensive linemen. It takes 2 guys to cover him, and then here comes Hicks right up the middle and bull rushes everybody on top of it.
Does he also add attitude? Is it not just his play, but his attitude that permeates the defense?
Absolutely. Infectious. There was one play where he went across the line and he had 3 offensive linemen. He occupied 3 offensive linemen. Sal mentioned Akeem Hicks a few days ago. Akeem Hicks was already a great defensive lineman.
Yeah.
He was already a top-flight defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Khalil's made him better.
Well, and don't forget, we've got #1 draft pick that just comes rumbling in and ends up scaring everybody as well.
Roquan.
Right, Roquan. Right.
Not the same as Roman, my son. Roquan. If I
Where's
lived
he going?
if I lived in a different
Roman.
neighborhood, I might have put a Quan instead of a man.
Oh, really? You want to open that? You want to open that one up?
Roquan.
What neighborhood are you talking about?
Brentwood.
Brentwood in L.A.?
Brentwood, California.
This guy.
So,
Unbelievable.
Did
but,
you know the
but
Wizards?
yeah, he's right. They draft Roquan Smith. In the
He
first round.
held out.
He
I
held
hate
out.
when these guys hold out.
Yeah.
But you add him into the mix. This is a very,
Phoenix.
very scary. We'll call it. Even let's just say everybody lines up in their front four, front five. Let's just say we stack 5 guys, right? And now what do we have? We have some really scary figures. Just like look at John Madden on TV. There's John Madden. Yes. And I'm taking this off. Go ahead. Look at John Madden tearing the turkey apart.
Okay, well, he does that.
Well, it's very exciting how you missed it.
Who's the D coordinator in Chicago?
Say again.
The defensive coordinator in
Fangio.
Chicago?
Foge? Yeah, it was Fonzie.
No, Vic.
It's Fonzie.
Vic.
It's
a guy,
Fonzie.
It's a guy from San Francisco, Vic Fangio.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said, Fangio.
Yeah,
And
Fangio.
does he get any credit for this, or is there so much
Absolutely he
talent
does.
on the Bears?
Well,
that it
he
would-
did a great
He's
job.
the guy.
He did a great job with that San Francisco defense a few years ago when Harbaugh had. I remember they had
Right. All
they had
those
Navarro
linebackers,
Bowman, they had
yeah.
all those great
Oh,
linebackers.
you mean the team that Mike Singletary built? Is that the one you're talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the team that Mike Singletary built, and they ran him out of town.
He's now coaching high school.
He didn't build anything. Mike Singletary
guy.
didn't build anything.
This guy.
We like Mike Singletary. He didn't build anything, man.
Really? He didn't build anything.
He was there a year and a half. Actually,
This
his
guy.
stay in San Francisco was
This
more of
guy.
a debacle. But that's
He didn't build anything.
He didn't. Mike
Unbelievable.
Singletary didn't build anything. First of all, he was just a coach. He was a mid-season replacement. He made,
Oh,
he made Vernon Davis cry on the sidelines.
Look,
And
when you're
said,
you're
"Can't
6
win with him."
Listen, when you're 6 feet down, you're supposed to stop digging.
So
and then Vernon Davis shows up today with a touchdown.
yeah, no, he was
Vernon
good.
Davis
And there it is.
Still good.
And there it is. There's the final score, 31-17. Folks, here it is.
Vernon Davis is still good.
Guys, here it is.
Yeah.
31-17, and the line opened up at 14, ended up closing at 13.
13?
Yeah,
I thought it was down to
13.
12 and a half.
Yeah, but then it was up to 13.
Yeah.
How convenient. Yet we have yet another win by the New Orleans Saints.
no,
And of course they beat the spread yet again.
The Red was in on it.
Maybe he was.
See,
I don't know.
and
Maybe he was.
You want to peak Sal's interest? Just say
Hey, you never know.
blah 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 was in on it, and Sal's like, "How do you know?"
Hey, how do you know? How do you know?
All I know is Sal the bookmaker wins again.
It's
all I know.
It's uncanny, folks. I don't
Sal, the
know.
bookmaker is ridiculous.
He's ridiculous. That's all it is. All right, moving on. Listen, we've got about 1 minute, minute and a half or so left in the segment. How do we want to finish this up? We want to give out. Let's give out a turkey leg, just like they're doing on TV. Let's give out the place your bet turkey leg for today.
Who gets the turkey leg for the first game that we talked about?
Let's defer over here to
Steve, who gets the turkey
Statmaster
leg?
Steve.
I'm going to go with a big turkey leg to Atlanta. Offense and defense. They're a bunch of turkeys. They didn't show up.
That's the reverse turkey leg.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, they get the wing.
That's the reverse turkey leg. Wait a second, Steve. I like where you're going.
Look at this guy. He's panning.
I like the curveball.
He's panning for a sound.
Atlanta went from Falcons to turkeys.
I love the
That's
curveball.
funny. All right, what do you got there, Tommy T?
Well, so I got about 30 seconds, and I just wanted. I think another.
No, you can give out a turkey leg for God's sakes.
I think another turkey leg goes to John Gruden for handing over these players.
All right, you're going to do that, and
Yes.
I'm giving it to Ejax from the Bears. I'm giving it to Eddie Jackson from the
Ejax.
Bears.
I like that. He gave him a nickname.
I give him, and I'm not really the guy that likes names, but this guy deserves
it's
it.
appropriate. Ejax.
Ejax is the guy. Hey, you heard it here first. Right on Place Your Bet.
Draft choice. Fourth round draft choice out of Alabama. By the way, how many Alabama players are in the NFL off the last 5 years?
I think all of them.
I know, exactly.
That's
I know. The only thing that's missing is Nick Saban. Right?
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
No, I know.
No, you know why he's not coming back?
He don't have to come back.
Because he can't pick his players.
Hey, he can't
Yeah.
pick his
Yeah,
nose when it comes to that. Exactly.
I mean, he was in Miami, but you know what though? He did pass on Drew Brees. Drew Brees wanted to
I
go to
know.
Miami first.
I know.
But the doctor, I think the famous doctor
Right.
Andrews, or one of those famous guys,
Dr. Vinny Bombats.
yeah,
Right.
more or less, he said, "Hey, listen, I don't think that this guy is going to be able to throw."
All right. Hey,
You
listen,
know?
folks, we're going to be back in just a few minutes right here on Place Your Bet. I'm Sal the Bookmaker. Lots more to come. Don't go anywhere. Dude, you got to let that music play a little more on the outro.
Okay.
Let the music play for maybe 15 seconds, 10, 15 seconds.
All right.
You know, keep the people in the groove for the music, and then when we come back, you let it play for about 15 seconds, right? Because this guy over here is dancing to it, right? I mean,
love it.
I know. Otherwise, you get kind of stalled. You're like, hey, what the hell? What? So you want to be in show business? I don't know. Thank you very much. But the fact is that you get stuck in
That was a good segment.
commercial mode. You're like, wait a minute, I don't want to listen
I
to
have,
commercial.
I have a couple Turkey Day oddities.
All right.
Little
Oh, here they are.
Turkey Day
There's
oddities.
oddity 1 and there's oddity 2.
Hello.
Perfect. There's our oddities for
Well
today.
played, Sal.
Well played.
Maybe we'll jump into some
Thank you
Turkey
very
Day
much.
oddities before I
Tip
get
your
into
waiter, I'm here all
segment.
week. Actually, I've been here all week.
Prime me.
Steve, you got to watch these. I have to send these to you.
Okay.
Just because it's stupid. You know, it's-
Hilarious.
right. But remember, don't say shit.
Oh my God, the power went out.
What?
Hi, the power went out. Probably a drunk driver. It affected 7,000 people in our area. I know where it is, too. It's right around the corner. It's black and cold, so I'm going to see Kylie's tonight with Bella.
Have you ever been in trouble with
Shoot.
the law and don't know
Oh, well.
what to do?
That's your boy?
Have a will or
No, that's the
is
niece.
your home being foreclosed upon and you don't know
The niece.
maybe you have a contract that you don't understand.
You know, Jinju's got her niece living with us.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
no, her 23-year-old niece is living with us.
Oh.
So you got to.
Oh, her 23-year-old niece?
I gotta
What?
Work at 4 in the morning. Yeah.
You got the 23-year-old niece living with him?
Yeah, she's
What?
a cutie, but 23 years old. Even if I was single, I wouldn't near that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Young girls aren't
I
like
can't.
that.
I wouldn't. I don't do that either.
Or visit us at No Court
I don't do that.
US. It's justice for all and not
Yeah, no, the young girls are not for us. Okay, so we got everything ready to go here.
They got to be at least 98. Perfect.
Yeah, no, they got to be at least. In
By the way, on
threes.
Drew Brees, San Diego passed on him too. So San Diego passed on him, and Miami passed on
Right.
him, and he ends up in
Well, these people not only passed on him, they passed Philip Rivers, right?
All right, here we go. Stepping out for a second. Hope you guys are enjoying this Thanksgiving version of Place Your Bet. I'm going to start airing the Sports Circus. Just waiting for the cameras to get into the studio and stuff like that, and microphone and. Whew. Anyway, more comedy. This is where we do our recordings for our promos and stuff like that. And here's what's playing right here. Here, so you can actually see it. Hey, the Sports Circus promo is coming up in 8 seconds. Hurry, let's get to it so you can hear it. Here comes the Sports Circus
Would
promo.
bounce back that strong.
Okay.
All
right.
I got 30 seconds.
Here's my promo.
Why listen to the same old dog and pony show that you've heard all day long? The Sports Circus covers everything that other shows
This is funny.
or are
Too scared to cover.
There's no primetime show like it on air that'll punch you in the mouth and you'll beg for more. Also, you can call in and
This is so
participate with
it's ridiculous.
us.
If you dare.
Join me and celebrities for Havoc and Mayhem weekdays at 5 p.m. here on KSHB 1400. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day.
All right, let the music go. All right. Just let the dice stay hot. Let me see 7 with every shot. Viva Las Vegas. Viva. Hey, look, I shaved today, huh? Huh?
Welcome back to Place Your Bet. This segment is brought to you by the American Business Trust Company, helping your company with business strategy, sales and marketing, capital resources, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea, and the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. Visit them online at www.adtrustco.com or call 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away.
And it's the laugh. It's the laughing sound effect.
A little bit different, right? Okay.
What are you doing over there? Tommy's over the controls. Anything could happen. You never know.
That's, I wanted that one.
Oh.
For the applause with laugh.
You went
Everybody's happy.
A
on
little
Thanksgiving.
variety, right?
as you were.
Okay, so listen, I just a couple little Turkey Day oddities I just picked out in the sports world. I just thought it was kind of ironic. In baseball, in the world of baseball, nothing to do with Turkey Day usually, but the Miami Marlins, they cut Derek Dietrich, the outfielder, on Thanksgiving Day. He hit 16 home runs in 149 games. Right, he was due to make $2.9 million in arbitration, and they let him go.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
Derek.
Thanksgiving. Enjoy your holidays. We're going to put you on the open market.
Well, you know what? They cut him loose. This way he could go and be first in line for the Black Friday sales.
Wow.
That's what it was. Yes.
Sal the bookmaker
Sal's
thinks of everything.
the ever optimist. Well,
My cup is always half full.
in the same neighborhood, not only geographically but also in terms of a financial structure. The Tampa Bay Rays also cut C.J. Cron.
CJ Crone.
Right now, I know you know C.J. C.J.
Yeah, I know CJ. And in fact, I even interviewed his kid brother, Kevin Crone,
Okay.
is with the Reno Aces, and he's the next guy to come up behind Paul Goldschmidt because Goldschmidt is going to move on from
They're
Arizona.
going to move him.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Okay, so C.J.
He's a mountain of a man. Watch out for Kevin Crone.
I like C.J. I
So
thought
do I.
C.J. was very good with the
Find him.
Angels.
Oh, CJ's going to hook up somewhere for sure.
He had 30 home runs with 74 RBIs with the Rays. Not a lot of RBI opportunities there. So they're both gone. I just thought that was a little Turkey Day oddity. Wow, it's a weird time to cut someone.
What else is... Actually, no, because if you're a turkey, it's not a weird time to be cut. Every turkey is being cut right now.
I don't think those guys are turkeys. Another oddity is...
How do you know?
In the NBA, another oddity is that Kyrie Irving was wished Happy Thanksgiving by a reporter last night after the Knicks game.
Okay.
And he replied with a F Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Which a weird,
Another genius from the
a
NBA.
weird thing, right?
Unbelievable. Another ungrateful piece of crap.
Yeah, and
Another ungrateful piece of spit.
Okay, so
Right?
of course, he
This guy, what a scumbag.
apologized almost immediately via Twitter.
Whatever.
F Thanksgiving. It's
Yeah.
a weird thing in
You know
this
what?
day and age. I don't get
This is exactly what they do. These clowns get so much money, and what do? They say F Thanksgiving, F this, F that. Why? Because they have money. They feel that they're the king of the world because they have money. And they're so damn disrespectful, it makes me sick.
Well, I agree. Steve, any truth to the rumors that immediately the NBA PR department called, his shoe sponsor called, and even I think the producers of his movie Uncle Drew all called and said, "What are you doing? We're trying to sell movies. We're trying to sell sneakers."
I bet no one called him.
No one called him.
I
You
bet-
think these people are
Again,
afraid of him?
Well, no, I feel like Sal. These guys can get away with anything, and no one dare touch them
Yeah.
or say anything to them because
It's disgusting.
Not a
I
fan.
think every time these clowns they pop off in the media or just ad hoc, just like John Wall, right? We saw John Wall do it to Brooks just the other
Yes,
day,
yes.
right? F this guy
And his
or whatever.
Apology, interesting. I heard his apology on an interview. His apology was, well, he was wrong, I was wrong, we were both wrong.
How the hell was he wrong?
Gave the old,
What
we
did
were
Brooks?
both wrong apology.
What did Brooks? No, Brooks didn't do anything wrong. All he was doing what? He was coaching. He was challenging his team to do what they're supposed to do, and they're paid millions of dollars to do what? Not cry about everything. Oh, I'm not getting all the playing time. That's ridiculous.
Another Turkey Day oddity that's not, it's a little bit more positive. The Detroit Lions defensive end Ezekiel Ansah, who recorded his 8.5 sacks. His record, 8.5 sacks on Thanksgiving Day, which sets the record for Thanksgiving Day sacks. He beat Randy White's old record with the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
Right? So that's kind of a good thing.
That's impressive.
And I thought that was funny because when I mentioned earlier in the season that somebody got a half a sack to my girl, my wife, she replied, "How do you get a half a sack?"
A half a sack. Isn't it when somebody has like testicular cancer and they lose something?
Don't go there. That's not even fun. Don't even go there.
Well, I'm just saying, but
just don't even go there. So listen, how do you get half a sack, right? So she wants to know,
I just told
how do you
you.
get a half of a stack? It's not even close to funny.
I'm just saying. Hey.
So how do you get?
Come on, Fonzie. What do you got?
You know how, right?
Her thing was. I mean, it's from someone that's not experienced at the sport. Like,
Okay.
how do you get a half a stack? She was like,
Right.
and I explained to her, the
two guys
tackle the quarterback,
joint tackling,
and
right?
And they share the stack,
Right.
and then she just replied, which I thought was the most sensible thing. She said, "I don't know how you guys watch that sport sometimes," and it's just perfect. It was a perfect response because some of the stuff that we just take for granted is absurd to the people that aren't in the know.
I think it's
In
very
the know.
apropos that half a sack is
In the
registered
know.
on Thanksgiving because you have two defensive guys each grabbing a leg and then making a wish.
Yes. Hey, there you go. That's been going on for years. The Make a Wish.
But are they grabbing a
Make-A-Wish.
leg? They're grabbing a piece of the wishbone. They're
Well,
not grabbing legs. I mean, if that's the case, that happens every day on Vegas Boulevard, right? You got two guys grabbing each leg of some ding dong walking up and down the street. Yeah, they're making a wish, and she's coming with me.
So it's Thanksgiving every day here in Vegas.
It's Vegas. You never know.
Okay, so the Cowboys, they beat Washington 31-23, and they move in to a tie for first place, but I guess by their division record, they are technically in first place right now. But they both have identical records, 6-5. That division is just atrocious. I was looking at this.
It's a dumpster fire.
It is a dumpster.
I was looking at the schedule for the next few weeks. You know, Philadelphia plays the Giants and Washington back to back. The Cowboys play New Orleans and Philadelphia back to back. It's not beyond the realm of possibility that all four teams could be 6-7 in a couple weeks. I mean, that's how bad that division is. I mean, the Giants aren't.
So a 7-9 is going to make it into the playoffs. Is going to win the division.
That's happened.
We've seen that. Yeah, we've seen that before.
Once before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's happened more than once.
Yeah.
I think the NFL should decree that the East is abolished from the playoffs. No team from that division should make
I think the NFL should make a rule that if you can't at least play 500 ball, you don't belong in the playoffs. What do you think, Steve?
I agree with that. I like that, Sal.
That's a great
but
idea.
I like most things you say.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The sky is purple today. Yes! I just think it's about the legs out on Vegas Boulevard.
Well, I do have that in my mind.
But
now.
that stat, though, that's a good point. That would work better in the NBA when some teams make the playoffs in the NBA that are just horrible, right?
And there should be no sub 500 teams in the playoffs, period.
Although a couple teams, the New York Giants won their second Super Bowl with a 9-7 regular season record.
But they weren't sub 500.
No, I mean, but that was a horrible division that year too. The Giants, they won their last 4 games of the regular season, and then they won 4 playoff games. I mean, that's.
Look at how many so-called wild card teams in all sports have won championships. Yeah. It's just getting hot at the right time. So, but to make the regular season matter, like Sal says, you have to be at least 500.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Right. I think that, give a huge round of applause for that. Yes. I'm going to put the speaker up next to the thing.
Absolutely.
Yes! You got to turn the volume up on that one. Attaboy.
Long one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And 100%, yeah. But, I mean, so these teams, the Cowboys and the Redskins, could still finish with 10 wins, but I don't think so. The Cowboys aren't beating New Orleans next Thursday. They play next Thursday.
Nobody's beating New Orleans.
No, they're not beating New Orleans next Thursday. You know what?
New Orleans will beat New Orleans.
Yeah, you're right.
That's it.
They'll beat themselves.
That's it.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah. And we saw that in basketball yesterday with Duke. Duke beat Duke yesterday. I mean, really, Gonzaga didn't beat them. You saw Gonzaga was choking down the stretch here. As soon as Clark hit the bench, with 12 and a half left, the wheels came off completely.
Yeah, I mean, they had a 16-point lead. They won by 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and the fact is, and they missed 4 free throws, 4 foul shots in the last 30 seconds of the game.
Gonzaga has never been a good foul shooting team. They always seem to choke it a little bit at the line. They got the old Syracuse-itis. Remember from the late 80s when Bobby Knight's team beat Syracuse in 1987?
Right.
They bricked free throws from all over the court. It looked like they were shooting them behind their back, between their legs with their eyes closed at the end of that game.
Hey, we saw a commercial about that, through the window, off the backboard.
That was the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson.
Yeah, I love that. That was
great.
great. That was a great commercial.
That was a great commercial, yeah.
It was.
Yes.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. Okay, so I just want to finish up on the Cowboys here. They had some amazing stats for the Cowboys. They're claiming now that they have the new triplets. I know you remember the original triplets, right? Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin.
Okay.
They called them the triplets during that. The media is always so quick to.
You know what it is? It's because it's always the damn Cowboys. I can't stand the Cowboys.
Yeah, the new triplets.
Steve, how do you feel about the Cowboys?
I'm not a Cowboys fan.
I can't stand them. Get rid of them.
How does one game make them the triplets? But the receiver finally had 180 yards and 2 great touchdown passes. It doesn't make you Michael Irvin. It's like the media jumps on them.
No, it's so stupid.
It's because they're just popular.
No, it's because of Jerry Jones. You probably paid somebody to do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, they were like that before he even bought the team.
I know, but now Jerry Jones there with his own TV show, his own everything, right? I mean, the guy's worth $6 billion. So why not? Why not make him happy, and then maybe he'll throw some money at him? What do you think?
$6 billion. He claims that he wants $10 billion.
He wants 10 for the team, but he's worth 6 largely due to the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he bought the team, they were losing $1 million a month.
He bought him for $150 million.
Yeah. He didn't even use his own money when he bought him. He had it all.
Because he's smart.
Smart. Yeah.
Right.
You can't say Jerry Jones ain't smart.
Yeah. Well, it's the other people's money thing, right?
The other people's money, right?
I could say it. I would just be wrong. But I can't
No,
say
you can. You can say whatever you want. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people would jump on, pat you on the back and say, "You're right. He is. He hasn't won in 20-something years or whatever it is."
Yes.
He hasn't won. He's not going to win this year.
The media, though, is always quick to try and create a story so that they have something to talk about. Every time somebody wins a championship, are they the next dynasty?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's because they lack substance. They don't have anything else to talk about. They'll look at, well, hey, this is the headline for today. It's kind of like, look, we do a radio show here, and I don't give a damn what everybody else covers. And even when I do the other show, I don't care. Why? Because I want to talk about something different that nobody else is talking about. And that's what makes this show a little bit different, right? And that's what makes the other show, The Sports Circus, a little bit different as well,
That's
right?
why I'm always searching for the oddities of the guy getting cut on Thanksgiving. It's just
Right, and that was a good piece. Give yourself a round of applause for that.
Okay, thank you very much. I will. I'll give myself, Tommy T, the gong of approval.
All
From
right.
Sel gave me a gong of
I
approval.
didn't give you the. And listen, that's you playing with your gong again. I can't help it. Look, he can't even keep his headphones on. The wheels are off. Unbelievable.
Hey, Tommy T, I want to get into the Gruden thing, though, because I think you make a good point here, and I want you to go ahead and
there's
discuss that with us.
I mean, if you research Gruden's history, he doesn't work well with young players.
Absolutely.
He had that Raiders team
Right.
in the playoffs when they lost that phantom fumble against New England in the snow. That was a great Raiders team.
Yes.
That was a veteran team.
Right.
He had Rich Gannon, who played for a bunch
Exactly.
of teams, and he did well for them. He had Tim Brown, who was around for a long time. He didn't develop young players with that team.
No, he went and got Rich Gannon
Yes.
because he wanted a
Yeah,
veteran.
he wanted the
quarterback.
veteran team. And so then he goes to Tampa Bay, and that team was ready-made. Tony
Right.
Dungy was already knocking on the door with that team.
Correct.
And they basically fired him a little prematurely. So he went there. They had Brad Johnson as the
Correct.
quarterback. They had one of the Barbers. They had
it's
Rondé
funny to
Barber.
see that.
Right. So they had, they already had a great defense.
Right.
Warren Sapp, that was a veteran team.
Right.
And he won that Super Bowl, and then he progressively got worse with that team. He never developed players. So my thing is this. You're already going to get a high draft pick with this team now. Even if they kept Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper, you're already going to be picking in the top 10 or 15. Plus, you're going to get your second-round pick. Why all of a sudden does Gruden need 5 or 6 draft picks in the next 2 years? And where has Gruden shown in his history that he can develop and he can pick young players? The Raiders are making a huge mistake, in my opinion, and I don't think he could have gotten off on a worse start, I believe.
Well, I think the first mistake they made was hiring him in the first place for $100 million.
$100 million.
10 years. 10 years for $10 million.
Just ridiculous because...
But wait a minute. He did say now, if I'm not earning my money, I will quit.
Well, he should quit now.
And that's where I'm going with this. And I'm glad you brought it up, because that's where I'm going with this. Is I certainly don't believe that he's going to fulfill the whole 10 years. And I'm telling you right now, if he comes in 2-14 this year, in whatever debacle they're going to have next year, they don't even have a playing field. Right?
I know
They don't have a stadium.
they should play every game on the road. They'd make more money.
And that's a very good point. But whatever they do, if he follows that up with another 2-14, I don't think that you're coming to Vegas on a good note. And I truly don't believe that he's going to come up with players that are going to equal Khalil Mack or Amari Cooper. I don't have any faith in him right now.
No, I don't. Why would you have had faith in him before? Again, look what he did at Tampa, and now he's come in and he's got all these draft picks. Watch, Tommy T. He'll trade these draft picks for veteran players that he likes.
So, yeah, and that's the thing. Now, if Gruden came in and he built around Khalil Mack, if he treated him like the next Lawrence Taylor, if he said, okay, look, I got a great wide receiver, I got this great, and I got David.
Yeah, he had a good quarterback, too.
Yes, and if he built around these guys, okay, then I say, let's give the guy a shot.
Right.
Well, I don't understand what he's doing, and I don't think he's being criticized enough for it, because he was such a media darling when he got the job. He had that. He was on Monday Night Football for years.
Well, everybody
and then he had that
thinks
quarterback camp.
that this guy is going to turn everything around magically in one season. I got news for you, folks. We're here in Vegas. It ain't going to happen. This team's going to come to Vegas. They're going to smell. They're going to stink the joint up. They're not going to fill that stadium. They're going to have a hard time with ticket sales. And what's going to happen from there? Personnel changes, general manager, head coach, etc., and so forth. I mean, Mark Davis better just start running the team himself.
Reggie McKenzie's in place right now as a general manager, but you can't tell us that Gruden's not calling the shots. You're not going to pay a coach $10 million
McKenzie's just a puppet at this point.
Yes. And when they traded Khalil Mack, Gruden said, "Hey, look, that wasn't my thing. That wasn't my thing. That's I don't really. That's Reggie's department. That's BS."
Yeah,
right?
It's complete nonsense, because this is all about Gruden and nobody else, because McKenzie's not getting paid $100 million for 10 years. Hell no.
And I'll tell you,
follow the money. I keep saying follow the money.
I'm not letting up on Gruden. I'm not letting up on him. I'm going to stay on him as the weeks go by. You know, I already go to the stadium and I already give you a look at the stadium being constructed and being built up, right? And I'm just telling you that as Gruden tears the team down and the stadium gets built up, I'm going to stay on him 100%.
Not a kid.
All right. So we'll come back on the other side and we'll talk a little bit more of football.
Dude, you did it again.
That you really
You're not letting the music. You got to keep an eye on the clock.
talk show.
What time do you want me to go to commercial?
Well, no, I want you to go to commercial at the right time,
So I
but
went-
you're too close to the top.
Free talent event.
Well,
I went to the commercial
no,
break
no,
at
I know,
8:40.
but you're talking right to the top instead of giving a little bit of outro.
Produce and
Okay, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, give a little outro. I think the outro is a little bit good because you lead out, you come in with music, you lead out with music.
Like at 30? Did you start at like at 30?
That music needs to start at 45.
Start at like 15 after. So 19,
Yeah.
15 or 39,
Yeah, start it.
15.
That's what I meant. Started with 45
okay, so
seconds left.
This is a quick one.
Yeah, give me the.
today and
Kelly Vegas.
Yeah,
how to become a talent.
I'm gonna really have to put this. I keep saying this every day. I'm gonna put this on one read. Here it is, folks. This is what I'm reading.
19.
Kelly Vegas. Yeah, but that's the easy way to do it. If you put it on at 15, or when you have 45 seconds left, or 15 past.
Yeah, so start at 15 and
Yeah,
then stop talking
and
at
slowly
45.
bring the music up and so forth. Yeah,
You'll get it.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean that's you know. That's
No, but
a
it's
little
good.
technical thing.
Well, it's a little technical thing, but it's
Getting out by 40 and
no, but
getting
it's a
out by
continuity
45.
thing. Would
Yeah.
you agree, Steve?
Yeah.
It's certainly a continuity thing.
Yeah, I like starting at 15 and then stop talking at 45.
Right.
The music goes for 15.
Exactly. Yeah.
You will have access to
All right.
Tommy
No.
will get it.
Yeah,
Tommy's
I-
better every night.
He's doing fine.
Tommy, get
Dude, doing a big up job, kid.
Yeah. Play with your gun.
Okay,
Tommy.
so
Right.
we
Keep your
have,
hand off your gong over there.
8 seconds. Here we go.
I know. I got 30 seconds of music.
.us.
That light goes on, folks. Not the cop car light on TV. That light goes on, and the mics go on. Let's turn the music on here, so you guys can hear. There we go. All right. Okay, folks, welcome back to Place Your Bet. I'm Sal the Bookmaker. This segment is brought to you by Kelly Vegas, helping people just like you create and host your very own TV, multimedia, or radio show. Call Kelly Vegas right now at 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Kelly Vegas can help you with everything you need to get out of sitting in hours of traffic every day and host your very own show. Do it now. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them at kellyvegas.com. That's CALI Vegas.com. Tell them Place Your Bet sent you. All right. Go, Tommy.
Okay, welcome back. Okay, so we have our big college games coming up this weekend, right? We have the big Ohio State Michigan game that follows Thanksgiving every year. That's going to be Saturday morning. I like the Ohio State Michigan game starts early out here. Starts at 9 a.m. Starts at noon. Always starts at noon in the Midwest, and it starts at 9 a.m. here. What's your early take on the Ohio State Michigan game?
It depends on the line.
Okay.
I want to know what the line is.
All right.
Give me the open, give me the current line. I've been watching it, but I want to know what the current is.
We're going to have that for you.
All right.
What did it
Oh,
open?
he's
Sal?
looking
Do you
it up.
remember what it opened?
Well, Tommy's looking everything
Okay.
up. Go to VegasInsider.com. Vegas Insider, you owe us money.
VegasInsider.com coming up.
Yeah. And then hit odds, and then go to NFL, or NCAA football. Right?
Vegas odds.
Got it?
Okay, so NCAA.
Right, what's your open?
Football.
Tune in tomorrow. Tommy's typing away over here. Let's see what here's what he's looking at, folks. There he is with the pink keyboard. Perfect. All right.
A lot of games.
A lot of games. It's the very top one.
Yeah,
It's your second one, second to the top, or third to the top, whatever the hell
Well,
it
this
is.
isn't a site that I normally go to, so I'm
Jeez,
not familiar
dude.
with this
Hold
site.
on.
This is your site.
I'll check it out.
Okay.
Keep talking. I'll find it. Get out of here.
Well, get it right
Get out of here. I'll do it. Get out of here. You're going the wrong place. Go talk to in the microphone. I got it. All right, let's go down here. Let's scroll down. Dude, you're burning time.
Yeah, well, I was happy to do it.
No, I'm doing it. All right, so here it is, folks. Here's the line right here. College football. There's Colorado State. Keep talking, dude. Keep talking. You're burning time on the microphone. Don't worry about this. Wow, tune in tomorrow. Here it is. It opened up at 3.5. It's up to 4.5, and it's at 5. It's your online consensus right now.
So what's your early take on that?
Well, look, my early take on this, quite simply, is Michigan. Michigan. I can't see Michigan not winning this game. Will they cover? I don't know. Will it be a 3 or 4 point game? It could be one of those 31-28 varieties. I don't look for a lot of defense in this game, even though Michigan is the defensive game. Let's face it, they're playing at the Horseshoe, and the Horseshoe means there's going to be points scored. Right or wrong, Steve?
No, I believe that's true. I think you're right, though, about you have to look at Michigan or nobody, though. I think the coach there at Ohio State's kind of lost that team this year anyway. They just don't feel like the Ohio State team that we're used to over the last 5 years or so.
Are they down talent-wise, or is it because they had that weird start with all that controversy and missing the first?
No, I don't think it's the coach. The weird start, missing the 4 games. I don't think it has anything to do with that.
It is talent then?
I think it's a talent issue. It's a talent issue. I mean, Michigan has the upper hand right now.
Okay.
Right now, I'm talking as far as talent-wise.
Yeah.
And let's face it, Harbaugh put those guys together, maybe neck and neck. Those two teams have somewhat equal talent. I think that's almost a fair statement, but I do believe that the chemistry is better in Michigan, and I don't think that Ohio State has anywhere near the chemistry. Look at their last few games. They've been playing horrifically.
Yeah.
And, Purdue really exposed them, dropping 49 on them.
And then they struggled with Nebraska after Purdue. Nebraska.
Yeah, they struggled with Maryland.
Team. Yeah, Maryland's not a great team either, but Maryland should have beat them. Maryland had them outplayed for the better part of that game.
Well, let's face it, Nebraska should have beat them as well.
Yeah. Although Michigan didn't have an easy time with Indiana.
Indiana's a quality club, though.
Yeah.
No, I mean we have the old Oaken bucket on Saturday morning between Purdue and Indiana.
Okay.
And the winner is bowl eligible. That's a money line bet right there, and that one's at Indiana. It's at Bloomington. That's a very tough place to play. With those two teams, look for a blizzard, look for bad weather. I don't know. Somehow Purdue's going to win that game. I wouldn't even go near it as far as the line. I don't care what the line is. That's a money line only bet.
Money line only. Okay. So, and then I like it that you say you don't go near it because another thing that you do is if something doesn't jump at you, you don't force a pick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
yeah, and I really think the Michigan-Ohio State game's a money line bet too.
And that's something where as you go through our site, placeyourbet.vegas, and you start researching our different tiers of picks, we have the a la carte, we have the silver, the gold, and the platinum. You're not forcing stuff in there.
Well, and remember, we don't have inside information or crap that everybody says that they do.
Well, we do.
I love the fact that these guys, I don't care who it is, we got information. Really? What's your information, wise guy? The fact is, you watch the money. You don't have any information. Nobody has information.
Well, everybody has information. I think that's the point you're making is the insider information isn't rare anymore.
No,
it's not
everywhere.
Difficult to get your hands on.
Right. There's
That's
nothing
why,
special. Exactly.
Yeah, so
no,
that's
it's
why what
money.
he's doing right now with the money line and following the money. And we've talked about this. We've talked about how a line moves, and we talked about.
Well, that's why the winning percentage is so high. Because why? I'm not making it complicated. I'm keeping it simple because I know how to read the money, whereas other clowns will say, well, we've got information. Information, my ass. You don't know nothing.
Yes.
Clowns.
Clowns are a bunch of clowns. Exactly.
Following the money, you always find out who's doing what.
Every guy that I know that runs a sports book here in Las Vegas will tell you the same thing. Follow the money. But they always say the same thing I do. You got to know how to watch the money.
Yeah.
You got to know how to follow it.
It started with Deep Throat, didn't it? Follow the money.
What's her name?
Follow the money.
Oh, okay.
Taking him down there again.
I don't know. Wait, is that what? You know what? Was that her code name on the strip where they were trying to each had a leg, trying to pull the legs? Anyway, hey, you brought it up, man. This is the guy.
All the president's men.
Statmaster Steve, there he is.
So here's another thing: the winner of Ohio State Michigan is going to play for the Big Ten championship,
Yeah.
right? And that's going to be against.
And they're going to
Northwestern.
run into a feisty Northwestern
It's
club.
interesting. Northwestern is hosting Illinois for their last regular season
they do that
game,
every year.
right?
Yeah.
That's the last game of the year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Northwestern is 7-1 in the Big Ten. They're 7-4 overall, so they're 0-3 in their non-conference schedule. So they must have played some good teams. I know they played Notre Dame in one of their non-conference games,
Hmm.
but they're 7-1 in the Big Ten, so they've already got that division clinched. They're already in that game.
Yeah.
They're not going to lose to Illinois,
No.
right?
No.
Yeah.
No, they will not lose to Lovey Smith and company.
So the winner of Michigan and Ohio State, Lovey Smith, right, man? How the mighty have fallen.
Mighty,
He was-
mighty, what mighty?
Well, he was
where
wasn't he
where did he
coaching
get
in the
mighty?
Super Bowl? Didn't he
So
coach-
what?
He did.
Yeah, he
Was the
did.
coach in the Super Bowl, right?
He did. So what?
and-
With
got
a
embarrassed.
terrible quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
it
And
was
train Rex Grossman. That's the guy.
29-17. It wasn't a total embarrassment, but
No.
Rex Grossman.
Rex did not look good.
Oh, he was awful.
You know what Rex did? All he did was throw the ball 50 yards downfield, look for a jump ball. That's it. All right, guys, go deep. It's like playing in the backyard. That's all he did.
Listen, he knows. He knows. One of the things I remember about that Super Bowl is Rex didn't throw interceptions.
You know what you remember
but he
is the
fumbled.
opening. You remember the opening kickoff and Devin Hester rumbling down the field and
yeah.
setting a Super Bowl record.
It's always a bad omen when you return the opening kickoff. You never
It's a bad omen. What do you know about good or bad omens? What are you
always a
talking
bad
about?
omen.
How is it a bad
But I
omen?
remember Rex Grossman.
I like how
when
it
he
stops right there.
fumbled.
Doesn't even just kind of
When he
glosses right
fumbled,
over
he
it.
kicked the ball backwards 25 yards. He's the only guy I know that would fumble.
I know that's
backwards
worse.
25 yards.
That's worse than the Mark
He was
Sanchez butt
awful.
fumble, right?
Yeah, no. The butt fumble was just
Did
beyond
Grossman ever
embarrassment.
play Sanchez? That would have been a game to watch.
I know, right? I think one should have been
They had
on
to
offense. One of the
play.
hey,
Yeah,
look,
football's
it's a
all over the
Westminster
place.
Dog Show.
They had to play
Nice.
that one. That's funny. Like we're gonna find
Why
that.
don't we
one.
cover?
we're gonna-
Why come we're
yeah,
not
we're
covering the
gonna-
Westminster Dog Show? That's what we should be covering. It's,
Where's
right there.
the-
It's on TV.
Where's Westminster? I don't know where that
Jeez,
is.
dude. And you say you want something diversified, something different. Broaden your horizons, mister.
Well, you're actually the one that wants something different, but I'm down for it. Hey, let's go do it.
All right.
Week 4, Rex Grossman versus Mark Sanchez.
Really?
Yeah, what year was
Those
that?
guys.
Wait,
What was the final was like 2-0.
Yeah.
should I
It's one of those
start? I don't
games.
know. That
How
was-
many interceptions were in that
was-
game?
I think that was-
I bet the interceptions, the over and under was 3.5 on
I'm
that.
going to guess 10 turnovers aside. Then.
I'll guess there was 3 interceptions in that game.
Well, you know-
Find it! Come on, man, find it!
It was a fantasy thing, but was it Rex
Oh.
Grossman? Rex Grossman was schooled by Steve Spurrier.
University of Florida,
right?
yeah.
And he played with a lot of good wide receivers. He actually looked like he had some talent. His first year
And where's he
with Florida.
from? And where's
Isn't he from Christmas, Indiana?
Yes, yes,
He is?
yes.
Okay, yeah, Christmas, Indiana.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Cutler.
No, Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler was from. He's from
I
Christmas.
thought they were
City.
both from Christmas.
Are they both from
Yeah,
Christmas?
yeah.
Wow.
What? It might as well be. It doesn't matter.
Merry Christmas.
Right.
Well, let's see. I know that one of them is,
Oh,
and I think it might be Cutler.
So, now, Spurrier had a lot of good college quarterbacks at Florida. Did any of them turn out decent in the pros? I don't remember.
I don't recall.
I don't remember a Spurrier quarterback.
Well, the Heisman Trophy winner, Danny Werfel, wasn't very good in the pro.
Oh, he was awful.
He was bad. He was a little guy with a
Warfel,
little
Waffle,
arm.
Yeah.
Waffle,
He
Warfel. What's the same
actually had
difference?
one of the most hilarious plays in NFL history when he got sacked and the lineman turned his helmet completely around.
Right.
And he came up and his
Right.
helmet was-
I know it's the exorcist sack.
Yeah, right. Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
one of the most hilarious sacks
Do you know who
ever.
that happened a lot? That happened more than once to a guy named Jim Plunkett. Do you remember him?
Of course I remember Jim
And in
Plunkett.
the
Yeah.
pros, and his helmet. I don't know. His helmet never seemed to fit him.
That
correctly
dude
in
was
the
like
pros.
the- he was like
always
the-
sideways,
squeezing his
and he
face
was
out.
That, you know
looking
what?
out
Jim
the ear
Plunkett.
hole.
You know what he reminded me of? He reminded me of the dude on Halloween with a football helmet on.
Oh, very
That was
nice.
like one of the
Yeah.
ugliest,
But you must
ugliest
know him.
faces I've ever seen in my life.
You must know Jim, though. I mean, you're good with Tom Flores. You know a lot
Yeah,
of the Raiders.
well, yeah.
You must know Jim, right?
Well, I know the guy that
Okay,
was there
here's the thing
in
is-
Oakland at about the same time. I know Dan Pastorini.
Yeah. Oh my God, Dan Pastorini. There's a guy.
I can get
he
Dan
looked
on the
good in
show.
helmet.
Dan's a good guy.
Get him.
I've had him on my show.
Oh, man.
I got a text from him today.
Dante Pastorini.
Dante.
right?
Well, you know,
Yeah.
he was a funny car driver.
I
You know,
didn't
he was
that.
he is a speed guy. You
After
look him
his
up.
career
Yeah, he
before?
drove race cars.
Okay.
He also
Listen,
handicaps games, does he not?
I don't know, but we'll probably get him to do that.
I think he did have a handicap.
I don't know about. I'll have to ask him. I'll
I
call
think
him
he did.
tomorrow
All right.
because it's a little too late right now. But I will call him tomorrow.
Oh, call him and wake him up. Go ahead, call him right now.
No, but he's a sponsor on thesportcircus.com. You can see him on the sponsor page. You'll see his picture there. And for the the DNP or something foundation, it's a charity to help, great cause, whatever. Wow. Check it out, folks. Go to thesportcircus.com and go to the sponsor page, and you'll see Dan Pastorini's link there.
How
And
about a
click
round
on
of applause
it.
for Dan Pastorini?
Okay,
Give him a big round of applause.
I'm gonna do better for that.
Are you?
Gong of approval.
Oh.
Gong of approval.
You
And
just
follow
gong-
up with a round
It's
of
the
applause.
long gong of approval.
Okay, listen, we were close. We're not 100% right. Jay Cutler was the one from the hometown that we were talking about. Rex was actually born in Bloomington and went to high school. Rex Grossman went to high school in Bloomington. He was born in Bloomington.
Okay.
But it's not Christmas, Indiana. It's Santa Claus, Indiana.
Santa Claus.
Right, yeah.
Right.
So
Oh,
we're close. It wasn't.
Same thing. It's the same holiday. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. It's all the same stuff.
We know where he's from, basically.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. He wasn't from Easter Bunny, Indiana, right?
Right, exactly.
Well, the thing is, though, Rex Grossman did hang around after his career with the Bears.
He went to the Redskins.
He played 4 years for the Redskins.
Yeah.
He played 1 year for Houston before the Redskins.
How many interceptions did he have, though?
Okay,
Hundreds.
I'm going to have to go to the...
What's the over and under? I'm going to guess the over and under on Rex Grossman interceptions. I'm going to guess, hold on. I will guess it was 37.
That's not a bad guess. Almost double.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
60. But here's the thing.
How many touchdown passes?
Only 56. So yes, he had a negative touchdown.
Well, it's because
interception.
he threw a jump ball every time.
Yes, you're right. And the other
Yeah.
thing is, that doesn't count the fumbles that he kicked backwards 20 yards. I don't know how he could do that. He would fumble and the ball would go.
Right.
And he would get it. And then
It was like a
and then it
snowball going downhill,
Yeah, and then
going
it
the
was
opposite
like
way.
third-
Quick, give me that ball!
was
Exactly.
3rd and 28. In that Super Bowl against the Colts, it was always 3rd and 28. I was like, this guy,
Right.
this guy's.
And yet Schneider for the Redskins probably paid him some major cake to come to Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a nothing burger, right, Steve?
A nothing burger.
I like it that you call him Schneider. Because his name is actually Snyder, but he's more of a Schneider.
Yeah.
He's more of a schnook,
Yeah.
right? I like that
Oh, yeah.
Schneider,
He's
right?
a schnook.
Yeah.
He's a Strunz.
He's the Stroons, right?
He's a squishy
That's
Marks.
why. That's why. What got us in the Rex Grossman conversation is you mentioned Lovie Smith, and I said how the mighty have fallen. He took Rex Grossman to a Super Bowl. That's no small feat.
He
Now, say
didn't
something
take
about
him.
small
He didn't
feet.
take
Say
it.
something
Hey, I don't
about-
want to hear about your small feet
I got
and
a
your
size 13
and
a
you
half.
get out of here. You be playing with your gong over there.
Okay.
All right, Steve's showing off his size 12. All right, concern meter on 0. I got to tell you. Yeah, whatever the case.
So, don't you think Lovie Smith did a great job with that team, taking that?
Lovie
defensive
Smith,
team
he did a good job, but he was soft.
soft?
He was too soft.
You know?
Yeah. I almost
Soft.
felt like the rest of the NFC let the conference down to let the Bears get in the Super Bowl that year.
Really?
I
No, that was no. That was about Devin Hester. It wasn't about anything
Well,
else.
that's true.
Devin Hester was the king of the world at that
He
time.
was. But when you consider what Lovie Smith has done as a coach and what Rex Grossman has done as a quarterback, and
Okay.
somehow that team still got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, if you take Devin Hester off that team, they end up in 2nd or 3rd place.
Okay,
Oh, he was.
that's fair.
Yeah, and they changed the rule
That'd be in the Hall
after
of Fame,
yeah
wouldn't
after
it?
the Super Bowl. They changed the rule. The kickoff goes to the 35-yard line because remember it was at the 30-yard line, and that's when Hester was his most dangerous time.
Listen,
Right?
anytime-
They could have traded him for 5 players after that Super Bowl.
Anytime you're trading someone, anytime you're changing a rule for a player,
Yes.
that's a great player,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
But Devin Hester was also a good wide receiver. They didn't use him much as a wide receiver.
Actually, he didn't have very good hands
was he
though.
originally a defensive back?
He heard footsteps quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a defensive back, and I agree with
Okay.
Sal. He wasn't a very good wide receiver.
No, he didn't run routes very well. He was speedy, but he did not run the routes well, and he had alligator arms.
He sure know how to return a kick. Though.
I love
Damn right.
Man. Well, is that the year Dennis Green said they are who we thought
Yes,
they are?
yes.
That was one of the classic meltdowns, right?
Yep.
Oh,
It
that was the best.
That was the classic.
We are who we thought they were.
We have a couple minutes. Let's talk about some of the classic meltdowns. I mean, the obvious one is Jim Moore with the playoffs, which
Right.
anytime you watch.
Hey, okay, all right. Go around the horn real quick. What's your best meltdown in sports, Steve?
I'm going to go
Hurry
with
up.
Dennis Green. I thought that was epic.
Okay.
What do you got?
I got one. I don't know if you remember, Steve, remember this for sure. It's when Dave Kingman hit 4 home runs against the Dodgers, and
Lasorda
Tommy
went nuts.
Lasorda said the F word a
Yeah.
million
Right,
times.
yeah.
They asked him, what'd you think about
What'd
Dave
you
Kingman's
think?
performance?
Right.
What about beep, beep? What do you mean? I think beep, beep. I mean, I love that
All right,
one.
my favorite one is George Brett with the pine tar.
Oh, that's another good one.
That guy absolutely lost his mind.
Yes.
What could
Well,
be
you-
better?
You know what? The reason he attacked the umpire's name was actually Tim McClellan, who went on to have a very good career. He's a very good umpire. He was young at that time, but George Brett was sitting in the dugout, and he said if he overturns this, I'm gonna kill him. He said if he overturns this, I'm gonna kill him.
Right.
He tried to.
Yeah.
Tone it down a little bit, son. There we go. All right. Listen, we've got about 30 seconds left. We want to thank everybody for joining us here on Place Your Bet on a special holiday version Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Tommy, any last words for everybody?
Yeah, go get some leftovers. It's leftovers time.
Steve, go knock on everybody's door and go get those turkey legs.
I will be open the door, everybody.
Yes. All right, folks. We'll see you next time right here on Place Your Bet. Make sure you go to placeyourbet.vegas and check us out. Check out the stack of money. That could be yours too. Have a great evening. Mike, there you go. All right, and we're finishing this up. How we doing on time?
Oh, spot on.
We're done. Boom. We're done.
Right on the money.
Let
Attaboy.
it run to 15 seconds that last
All right.
minute you wanted.
And there's the pink keyboard. And there's Steve.
I'm not the pink.
There's
kid.
Tommy.
Notice
There's Tommy.
keyboard. I didn't even realize it. I
It's
forgot
pink.
It's pink.
Yeah, I forgot it's pink. How do you forget it's pink? This guy says, I forgot it's pink. What's up, buddy?
Your man leaned up and called us pink.
Hey, listen.
Watch your-
I got a pink keyboard, he says.
Yeah, no, the girl took the black one off. She put it on for.
Say hi.
What is it?
All right.
Breast awareness. She put it on for breast awareness.
Breast awareness. All right, that is all for this one.